Hey guys, Zuckbro here and welcome to today's video. Today I have a set of arena games, a couple of 2s and a couple of 3s, so I do hope you enjoy. Anyway, let's get straight into this one. So the idea is to go here onto the mage. We want to try and take him out as quick as possible. We also don't really want him to be able to pump out any damage, and sort of as soon as we force ice block and stuff we can really force them behind. And as you can see we're putting a ton of damage into this guy. The Ebola Cleave setup that we're playing right now still actually seems really strong for Legion. It's the first time I've played it since the beginning of the new expansion, and as you can see there we did overlap our kicks onto the priest, which is a big mistake, so I did get a quick bash onto him there. We're basically just trying to pummel out a ton of damage onto this mage, and we are, as you can see, he's usually about 50% all the way. I did get a kick onto his holy, and then the DK did kick him on his shadow, so we are forcing a ton of damage out into this mage. It's still not enough for the ice block. We did get a nice stun onto the priest there, as you can see, and we're just really trying to force block. We get the ice block there, we get a grip on the hill, I get feared off there, I trinket that, which is probably a big mistake as it could have got dispelled, but it does get dispelled from the DK instead. So I'm just going to go ahead and stun the priest there. I did make a mistake and use my burst a bit too late, like now, when I probably should have used it at the beginning and we would have forced stuff a bit faster, but nevertheless I've used it now, and now I'm going to start pumping out a ton of damage into this mage. And he's almost dead. Get a nice kick onto the priest there. We get a little stun there too. I'm just going to hit the priest a little bit as well. I want to make sure that he can't get off any free casts. Here I get feared, and I'm basically just put all the way into Africa here, having to sit the full stun. But the mage does actually die because of the DK's damage, so we do actually win this game nice and easy. It wasn't too much of a challenge for us here, and yeah, we basically just win that one. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on into the second clip. Okay, so into this second game, we're against a demon hunter and a monk comp, and I'm not really too sure still what to do with demon hunters. So just gonna start hitting stuff, see what I can do damage to, and see what we can basically put behind. But I decided to start on the demon hunter, force the trinket and stuff out of him, just see what we're able to do, see what kind of pressure we can put out. I decided to start hitting the monk because I don't really want to overextend. I did bash him, which he decides to trinket, so they are both out of a trinket now. The paladin's trinket I'm not too sure of at this stage, but I'm still just going to keep hitting the demon hunter, get whatever kick I can on the paladin, because the demon hunter takes a ton of damage. The paladin does manage to top him with a big heal, but that's a couple of cooldowns from the paladin already there, so we're basically just forcing them behind. The paladin does bop off the karma from the monk, so if we want to hit the monk we can now without karma being a big deal. I do decide to go ahead and get a kick on the paladin there, and just decide to start hitting the paladin a little bit. Spread across my bleeds, spread across my moonfires as well, just try and force out a ton of pressure on these guys. At this point I have actually used my burst, so we are basically just going to rely on some cleave and some train. They're deciding to chase our paladin here, he's starting to go quite low, so I'm going to have to do damage. Unfortunately I can't cyclone, but I do have a stun, for example, as a peel, which I did use, but they did break it, and the paladin does have to bop himself. It doesn't get removed luckily, and we do manage to take out the demon hunter while they play super offensive. They went well too offensive, they kind of lost their healer, he got into a bad spot and he still couldn't really top him up, and that's the end of the second game here. Let's go ahead and move into the third, which is a 2v2 game. Okay guys, I especially wanted to share this 2v2 game because of what happens near the end. Now I don't want to spoil it, but I think you're going to love it. So here I want to go ahead and start on the paladin, so I'm going to open with my stun as per the usual. He does actually decide to trinket that for some reason, but I have a feeling it had faded before he trinketed, which is a big mistake. Now they've both used their damage, so I want to just back off and try and heal my priest, make sure he stays alive, let him get out all of his dots where possible, and basically we just want to try and take down the warrior and the paladin as fast and I guess as safe as possible, because I can't 2v1 both of them if my priest dies, so I'm just going to keep healing him, trying to top him up. Here they both drop quite low. The paladin bubbles himself, but the warrior is also really quite low, so the paladin in just a second right here is going to bop him, and the paladin's bubble luckily fades right after, so I can start hitting onto the paladin, go back to try and heal my priest, try and top him up, but I'm not actually able to top him. I get him to about 20-ish% before I just decide to start doing some more damage. Big mistake on my part, because He is still really low, and he does die, but luckily we killed the warrior just at the last minute. Now this is what I wanted to show you, this 1v1 here. I do get a kick on the paladin, but it's not enough to kill him. So I am going to have to run off in a second and get some heals. I do save my trinket in the game, which is lucky because I can trinket that Hodge. I do bash him when it's stunned there. Now this game, it felt a lot longer playing it than it actually is watching it, because I didn't think I was going to win it. He was putting so much damage into me. But I do get a kick on him there. I run to get some heals and he just dies from the bleeds, which is so lucky for me. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please be sure to give me some feedback in the comments section. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, I really appreciate it. And if you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. And until next time, take care and bye for now.